Welcome, friends. This is Boost Your Vocabulary episode number 14. Welcome to Pratham Test Prep. So, today we are going to learn few new words. Let's begin. The first word that we are going to study today, that we are going to learn today, is warmonger. Now, what do you mean by warmonger? The easiest way to understand this is by combining two words. One is war and another one is monger. What you can learn from this particular word is that the person who urges or attempts to cause a war. One who is a hawk, one who is a jingoist. Someone who needs war. He cannot live without war. So he is a warmonger. In Hindi we can say war mangne wala. So that's another way of remembering this particular word. So warmonger is the person who wants a war, who urges or attempts to cause a war. The sentence that can be used with this particular word is, fortunately, the warmongers met with overwhelming opposition. And remember, warmonger is a noun. Okay? So I repeat this sentence once again for you. Fortunately, the warmongers met with overwhelming opposition. That means no one needs or no one wants a war in today's time. We know of Russia-Ukraine crisis, right? So let's move on. The next word is Pacadillo. Now, Pacadillo is a mistake, a small mistake or a fault that is not regarded as very bad or serious. So it's like childish mistake that can be ignored. To learn it, we can say, let's say in a language, pack means mistake, and dillo or dhila means loose. So a small mistake. In sentence, we can use this particular word as, his political career was marked by numerous peccadillos, but no huge scandals. Well, abraded. So abrasive, ab plus erasive, that's rubbing away. So what do you mean by abraded? To damage or diminish by continued friction, corroded or eroded. Well, in sentence, we can use this particular word as, now this is a verb, remember it. This is a verb. So in a sentence, we can use it as, the ropes that were abraded by the rocks were a huge danger to the climbers. Right? So the ropes got damaged, and that's why they are a huge danger to the climbers. They can, break away at any particular moment, at any time. So the ropes were abraded. That means they are damaged by friction. Moving on to our next word, it's quite an important word, quandary. The word quandary should remind you of a tough quant or quantitative problem that you are trying to solve. So quantitative. Wow, that's a nice way to remember it, isn't it? The meaning of this particular word. Well, it's a situation which one has to choose between two or more equally unsatisfactory choices. Well, it's a dilemma. What should I do? I have to choose between any of the two choices. The mind is not working at times, right? So that kind of problem, that kind of confusion that we are in is known as quandary. The sentence can be, I'm in a quandary about whether I should try to repair my stereo or buy a new one. Well, I believe repairing a stereo is quite an cheaper option, not buying a new one. The new ones are quite costly. Okay, so let's read a sentence once again. I'm in a quandary about whether I should try to repair my stereo or buy a new one, even though I don't have the money to do either. It's a noun. Remember it. Okay, so quandary, it's quite an easy word to remember and an important word too. Let's move on. Proliferate. Wow. So life and rate. In our professional pro life, we should work at faster rate to grow rapidly. Yes, the more faster you work, the more efficiently you work, the better you will be, and the more number of promotions you will get in your life, in your professional life. So the meaning of it is to become greater in extent, volume, amount, or number. accelerate, accumulate, appreciate, right? So to become greater in extent. That's what the meaning of proliferate is. It's a verb, okay? In sentence, we can use this particular word as the rumors about the incident proliferated on the internet. Well, we all know that, right? The rumors spread like fire. So they proliferate on the internet. They spread like fire. They proliferate on the internet, right? So the rumors about the incident spread rapidly. So they proliferated on the internet. I believe that's quite an easy word to remember. Moving on. Inaptitude. Okay, so in plus aptitude. That means no aptitude. We all know that in signifies nothing. Well, that's no, negative sense, right? So in plus aptitude, that is no aptitude. The meaning of this particular word is the lack of sufficient ability, power, or means. Okay, that can also means impotence, inability, or inadequacy. So the lack of sufficient ability or power to do something is known as inaptitude. Well, it's a noun, obviously, and the sentence we can, how we can use it in a sentence is the nurse's inaptitude made it clear that she would be happier in a different line of work. Well, she was not happy at all. She was not ready to do the things, her job quite efficiently. So her inaptitude made it clear to her seniors and to the people around her that she would be happier in a different line of work. She's not, quite efficient or not worthy as a nurse. That's what it means. So I'll read it for you again. The nurse's inaptitude made it clear that she would be happier in a different line of work. So that's inaptitude for you. Meaning is no aptitude at all. Lacking sufficient ability. Next word, extol. Wow, that's a nice word. X plus tall. My ex-girlfriend always praised the tall guys highly in front of me. Wow, no comments on this one, right? So the meaning is celebrate, emblazon, magnify, or praise. Okay? The campaign literature has been extolling the candidate's military record. Well, it's a verb, and I'll repeat the sentence again for you. The campaign literature has been extolling the candidate's military record. Okay, so that means to celebrate, to magnify, or to praise. Those of you who got quite good numbers in your exams, well, you can always extol your records, your results. That's a nice way to say it. Let's move on. Okay, finesse. Something that is fine, okay? Mental skill or quickness, adroitness, cleverness, dexterity, sleight, okay? So that means a skill. It's a mental skill or a quickness. Okay, let's use it, this particular noun, this particular word in a sentence now. He maneuvered his opponent into checkmate with his customary finesse. Okay, so he forced his opponent into checkmate, right? Why? Because of his quickness, because of his adroitness, his cleverness, his mental ability, his mental skill. So that's a finesse. So he maneuvered his opponent into checkmate with his customary finesse. Let's move on. Perilous. Perilous sounds like very less. Okay, so very less chance of safety, right? Perilous. Okay, involving potential loss or injury, grave or grievous or hazardous. It sounds like an adjective, and yes, it is. It is an adjective. It was a perilous journey through hostile territory. Yes, the journey is quite perilous. That means it involves potential loss or injury. It's a hazardous journey, right? So that's why when we are using it in front of journey, we are using it as an adjective here. So it was a perilous journey through hostile territory. So the word for you here is perilous. Let's move on and check if there is any other word. Yes, there is. And that's tacky turn. Okay. But that's not taxi turn. Taxi plus turn, it's an easiest way to remember this particular word. Tacky, turn. Okay. Taxi plus turn. Taxi driver will be reserved or uncommunicative while driving. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to us. Well, then, okay, no issues. Hopefully, this person will take us to our destination. Okay, so let's move on. What is the meaning of this particular word, tacky turn? Tending not to speak frequently, laconic, reserved, or reticent. Oh, that's a possibility. This person is quite new to his job, and this particular taxi driver is not ready to speak, or he is not too much confident to speak to strangers or to people who are sitting on the back seat, right? His customers. So, tending not to speak frequently, laconic, reserved, or reticent. Being a taciturn man, he almost never initiates a conversation. And remember, it's an adjective, okay? Being a taciturn man means he lacks the ability, he lacks the confidence. He is not ready to talk to people. He wants others to initiate the conversation. And he's ready to answer, though, right? So, being a taciturn man, he almost never initiates a conversation. And taciturn means tending not to speak frequently, a preserved kind of person. We all have these kind of people around us. Might be in our families also, and might be us also, right? So, it's another word that is for you. Quite an easy words till now, and I believe this presentation is helping you to learn new vocab words. Let's move on. Okay, and moving on, I want you to practice hard these words. Please watch this video again and again. Give us your likes, and thank you very much. God bless you. Work hard and make your parents proud. Bye from Pratham. Have a nice day. Cheers.